Our viewers all in all parts of the world and Africa in particular, let me say thank you very much for always being with us. This particular program is we're speaking to Mr. Great Chukukebe, the convener of Academia International Megazone, which are the owners of the project abbreviated MACE, meaning Mothers, Academia, and Educationists to the Rescue, aka Voices Against Human Trafficking and Substance Abuses. When we say substance abuses, we mean drug abuse. And this program is targeting to the Nigerian youths, particularly in different academic institutions. As we say, the youth of today are leaders of tomorrow. The aim of the program is just to enlighten and educate our youth toward understanding that abusing drugs and other substances is very bad for them, very bad for the country, and human trafficking is one kind of menace that has to be checkmated by both the authorities, communities, and even the parents. We are not saying you cannot go abroad and earn your living legally. There are some right processes to be followed so that we can be in other countries, get money, send back to our families and friends, and even to build our life. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Actually, I would like you to introduce yourself and the project you are championing.
I am Great Sopru Chukukere. I am the publisher of Academia International, and
Okay.
We are doing Project MACE, which is Mothers, Academia, and Educationists to the Rescue. It's aka Voices Against Human Trafficking and Substance Abuse.
So, Mothers Academia to Rescue. Mothers Academia and Educationists to Rescue, as you have said, is meant to do what?
Our vision is to draw our youths, the entire citizenry, percentage of those that are engaged with addiction to this substance abuse out of the quagmire of addiction. Nigeria is plagued with human traffickers because of the harsh economy. Yes, it was there before things, before this downturn economically, but now everything is on the rise. So I think this is a time for us, all hands to be on deck, to make sure that people don't get addicted to various substances, and those who already are addicted are saved from it, and those who are trafficking human beings for pecuniary benefits are stopped, so that that is why we say it's to the rescue by Nigerian mothers and the academia. If mothers will come together, lead in the fight with the academia and the educationists, I believe to a great extent we'll be able to combat this endemic menace.
So actually, Doctor, you pursued this project. Are you alone in such regard, or your collaboration with some government agencies and even the institutions?
I cannot be alone. It's too much for one person to pursue. Yes, we are working hand in hand with government institutions and some agencies and even private corporate organizations. We're also working with the NGLA, for instance, and we have written to NAPTIP, to see how we can actually forge a common front in this assault against human trafficking and substance abuse.
So you're talking of drug abuse and human trafficking, and Nigeria is very wide. So how do you intend to achieve this across the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT, including 777 local governments. How do you find the work? Do you think it's easy to penetrate other countries?
It is not easy, and we know it is not easy. That is why I said we are calling on all hands to be on deck. It is not something on the pages of newspaper. It is something that has gone so endemic. It is something that is done in hidden places. It is something that has come to fuse with the, as it were, people take it as the norm. It's normal for people to take these things. That's how they see it now. They call it highness. They feel that they draw extra energy or strength, be it mental strength or physical strength, or even some people would even say spiritual strength, from these addictions. And so we are reaching out to as many as would want to hear us, and we want to make many to hear us so that they can be committed in this common fight. We want a state of emergency declared on this. We cannot embrace the whole thing all at a go, all at once. We cannot take on the whole country at the same time. And so we have scheduled to have it in phases. And first of all, the pilot is in tertiary institutions. Yes, we are carrying on along with our secondary schools, because these youths at the secondary school level, some of them also get addicted from that point. And when we get into the tertiary levels, we're looking at the campuses, because this is also endemic in the Nigerian campuses. So we'll root it from there. We are not also looking at just handling it at the academic level. We are looking at engaging communities. We are looking at engaging the traditional institutions in Nigeria, because these traditional leaders know best what happens around their communities. So we're going to engage them. If we can get them to buy into the project, they will take it up within the town unions and local communities, within their grassroots, and then they will drive it home. Basically, what we are doing is heavy, unprecedented advocacy against this social ill.
So, do you think all these mentioned are achievable as NDLEA, with all the facilities, with vehicles, with manpower, with government salary, are yet to achieve?
It is achievable where there is the will, provided government is not supporting drug addiction and human trafficking. So where we see ourselves working against government. So in this case, government is trying to fight addiction. Government is trying to fight human trafficking. So we hope to get all the help we can get from government and agencies of government. We're only there to support government to achieve this. Not that we can do this without government. No, we depend on government heavily for us to, succeed through application of policy formations and application of these, policy drives. I think we'll get to a great extent in achieving this.
So, what are the methods you intend to use? Are you using kinetic or non-kinetic? No, let me not militarize the issue. Which approaches do you intend to use in educating and enlightening such youths?
We cannot use kinetic in the sense that we are not even empowered so to do by the Constitution and by law. But basically, everything is about education and advocacy. People do things out of ignorance. I remember watching one clip where a boy that was caught by the police for whatever crimes he committed, and he was swearing and begging that I promise, he's telling the police that I promise, inshallah, if you release me, I will not go to commit this stealing again. I will just go back to the market to continue with my Igbo, where they said, Igbo is Indian hemp. So he's saying that if they release him, he's going back to selling of Indian hemp. He didn't know that even Indian hemp is dealing on it's a crime that is wrong. So you can see that this is a high level of ignorance, but unfortunately, ignorance is not an excuse in law. So we would have to educate people so much about these things and also advocate for them to put a stop to these things and to fight against this, even for fight against the peddlers of these crimes.
So let's look at the issue of human trafficking. A lot of Nigerians not even they engaged themselves and trafficking themselves through other agents because of the economic situation of the country to live to our neighboring countries. From this northern side, when you pass one country, the next country you enter will lead you to Mediterranean Sea. From there to Europe. I have a first-hand experience because I travel a lot through these African countries. When I talk from Nigeria to Niger to Algeria, from Nigeria to Libya, from Nigeria even to Tunis, I know how to go it, even by the road, but purposely for me to see what is going on there. So, don't you think this issue of human trafficking is the government that is forcing its citizens to engage in such kind of very dangerous trip?
Well, if you look at it, no matter how bad it is, I don't think anybody will want to jump into the fire willingly, because no matter how the economy is biting, you will not just jump into the fire. Yes, there are also few cases of people committing suicide, which I believe is a mental case, But there is no reason for people to get themselves trafficked if they quite understand the implication of what they are doing, and if they quite understand that things are not as sweet as they are told. People just take advantage of people's ignorance and then trade with it. If you look at the whole thing, after all, in so many things in life, when people know you are ignorant of something or you are desirous of something, they feed on that. They take advantage of that, and they make pecuniary benefits to themselves. They monetize it for their own benefits. So, as I have said, advocacy, 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 education will go to a great extent to let people know that these things they are being told is not as it is, and also that they can do better here, no matter how
would they do better here when there is no capital, they don't have anything to rely on?
Now, if you say that, people also say that a living goat is better than a dead lion. So why would people subject themselves to that kind of thing when they know they can survive better here? What? They can build. So there is a problem I have even. There is a problem I have even with our people who go to school, like people crying, there is no job, there is no employment, there is no this and that. Sometimes I begin to ask, did you go to school to be employed or to create opportunities and to create jobs?
Okay, to cut you short here, is it the fault of our educational system just to train our students on just theories instead of skills? If someone has skill out of university, you can easily be self-employed. But without skill, only theories, how do you expect someone after spending 4, 5, 7, 6, up to 10 years because of strikes to come out and start learning something fresh?
I actually have a problem with our educational system. Actually, I do. Because if you look at it, like somebody was, I was looking at the social media, and I saw somewhere that they showed a video of children in China learning some technical things.
Right from primary schools?
Children at the primary school level. And they showed our secondary school people in classroom learning how to draw grasshopper and the parts of grasshopper. So we have a lot to do with the educational system. I quite agree.
So back to the issue of going abroad to get employment. Countries like India, Pakistan, they value their human resources. And even Kenya here in Africa, they have Ministry of Diaspora Affairs. It has been a very long struggle before we get the Diaspora Commission. So if our Diaspora Commission can work very well, so that we can export our expertise to other countries so that we can get foreign direct income, do you think that is worth doing?
I think the present person at the helm of affairs at the Diaspora Commission is doing so much. He's struggling to make sure that she arrives at something good. I think, yes, my answer to what you asked is yes. We'll be doing so well if that can be achieved.
So if our human resources can be exported, do work properly, documented through legal means, our people can go abroad, work legally, and send dollars back home. Now dollar is because dollar at this time around is everything.
I quite agree, like I said, that if our expertise could be exported and legitimately, it would be a veritable source of income for, to Nigeria. But another thing is that our system, all right round, yes, I know so many things are wrong in our system, but you wouldn't, because of it, cut your nose off to spite your face. One of my friends has been on this thing of getting the necessary licenses to export labor. And he has been on this for so many years. What does it take government to offer him that? But a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of protocols. People do these things and take advantages, personal advantages people take out of this to help such industries. Government will go to a great extent to fight such and to patch up such cracks that are there for people like this who want to do the legitimate thing, so that they can easily get these things done, packaged, and get these contracts for our expertise to be exported.
So you talk about bureaucracy, and Nigerian bureaucracy, to be frank, goes simultaneously with corruption. Yes. And the President Tinubu won in Qatar this year, trying to attract foreign investors. He boldly told the Qatarians that whoever asks you for any money or any kind of corruption, talk to me directly. So now, as Nigerians or professionals want to engage Nigerian labor or want to export Nigerian expertise to abroad legally, what is your advice to them and the government so that they can easily be facilitated, so that they can do it in a legal way, in a legal manner, so that it will be win-win?
Every good leader, for the fact that you say good, has something good in mind he wants to achieve, even if not all, but something good. President Bola Tinubu from day one said that fuel subsidy is gone. Now, are we better for it or worse for it? Now, he has good intention, but he's not the only person to do it. So, fuel subsidy is gone. He wants it to go so that the lots of Nigerians will be better. But are we better off? So, what I mean here, he has gone to Dubai and he has said, Qatar, sorry, come and make investment, come and make your investments. Let there be some direct foreign, funds, flow of funds, direct foreign investments. Now, corruption, call me directly. He is the president. Is it easy to call him directly? Through which number? How do you get him? All Nigerians here have been able to get President Tinubu directly, talk more of Qatarians or foreigners getting him, and who processes that information to Mr. President. So if Mr. President cannot get this fuel subsidy thing for Nigerians to benefit from it, and things have gone so bad. I don't know how he intends to handle that problem of corruption that the people are complaining about for those who want to come in and make direct investments. He knows.
So let's round it up. This Mothers Academia and Educationists to the rescue. Finally, what would be your immediate move?
First thing, which I call the lead event, is to convene a conference of the academia and mothers and the educationists, so that we have a colloquium on the negative footprints that are left behind by these addictions and the human trafficking. So from the colloquium, we hope to build a lot of energy that will drive the whole process. Not that we don't have what we are working with immediately, but also it makes room for input of wider population, stakeholders in the Nigerian families to contribute, so that we develop blueprints, having input from those people directly. So the first thing is to convene the colloquium, and which, by the grace of God, will be coming up sometime this year, sometime soon.
So actually, we're very glad, Dr. Great Chukwukebe, for taking our time to discuss on this very vital issue, which affects the future of Nigeria. On behalf of all my crew, I, Abba Sani, saying goodbye for now. So thank you very much, Dr. Great, for taking your time on Time-Based TV Africa and giving this very good insight by educating our leaders, our youths, and our future leaders. On behalf of everybody here in Time-Based TV Africa, I, Abba Misani, saying goodbye for now.